Hey everybody, I'm Sean.
And I'm Kieran.
Welcome to another episode of Angling Spiders. Welcome back everybody. On today's episode, we are in the backyard getting ready for the ice fishing season. As you guys saw in the last video, that was my last open water outing for the year. And look who's back.
Yes.
It's been a while. What have you been doing?
Yeah, I've had a couple of, I guess, unlucky work schedules. I had to work both days on the weekend for quite a few weeks, but I got a day off today, so we get to make another video.
All right, so Andy will be joining me this ice fishing season. I actually think he likes ice fishing season better than sitting in the kayak. So that brings us to today's video. We are going to make some modifications to our ice fishing setup. It's hard to believe, but we only started ice fishing this year. That was only 10 months ago. And if you guys haven't seen some of those videos, feel free to go back and watch some of them. But one of the things that we wanted to do was continue to modify our ice fishing tent so that it could be a little bit more comfortable. So we bought some foam mats that we can put down on the floor to protect our feet from the ice, and also in case we want to go for an overnighter. Yeah, we're considering doing an overnighter on the ice in our ice tent. We did do an overnighter this year with the locators, courtesy of them. They hooked us up with an ice fishing trailer, a custom trailer. If you haven't checked out that video, I'll put a link up above and you can check that out there. But we haven't yet to stay in our own tent, and that's something that, at least for me, I'd like to try to do this year. I don't know if you'll join me or not, but first thing we got to do is figure out whether or not we can fit a cot in there. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to set up the ice fishing tent, we're going to see if we can get the floor installed, and we're going to see if a cot fits in there. So let's get to it. Okay everybody, so we've got the tent set up. For those of you that haven't seen our ice fishing tent, again, this is something we picked up this year after we went out the first time and we're pretty cold out there. This is a Frabil Bro Series insulated tent, and it's supposed to be 3 to 4 person. I would say it's pretty tight for that. We've had 2 people in there very comfortably. You might be able to get a third. I doubt you could get a fourth, but not with all the other gear that we have. But what Kieran's doing right now is just checking out the tent. It's been put away for all summer, so we just want to make sure that it looks like it's in good shape, that when we put it away it was dry, that there's no scuffs or anything. It looks good right now for when we set it up. So that's the first step. Next step, we're going to try to get the floor installed, so we'll show you guys that.
Alright, so I'm going to go over what we're going to be using as the floors for the tent. These are just some foam mats, interlocking foam mats that we got at Walmart. I think they were relatively inexpensive. I think they're 1/2-inch foam mats, like what you would see in a gym maybe. Yeah, so we just picked these up at Walmart. The only problem with these, we think they're not going to fit 3 across, but 2 won't be enough, so we might have to cut them. But we're going to try putting them in the tent first, and we'll see if that works. So let's get to that.
All right guys, so we started putting in the floor and realized that we actually didn't need to cut them. They fit 3 across, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, so if you've never seen these mats before, they just lock together like this with the slits. You just push them together. I think these will work relatively well for what we need them for. We're just going to put them under the chairs here, and we'll have the holes on this side, as well as our little Mr. Heater right here. So yeah, I think these will work pretty good.
Awesome. So next step is to check and see if we can fit our cot inside. So we have cots already. They're not designed for ice fishing. We bought them to sleep in our summer tents. Now the question is, will they fit in here if we wanted to do an overnighter? So we'll check that out next. Okay everybody, so here's the cot, which actually fits. Not as great as we had hoped, but it does fit. And so for sure you could easily do an overnighter in here with 1 person. The question we had was, could you do it with 2? And I'm not sure. It would be pretty tight. You could put them side by side and fish with holes in the middle, but it would be pretty tight in here if we did that. So It's possible, but this type of caught that we have, I don't think is perfect. If it didn't have these bars on the end right here that extend out past the caught, and I don't want to cut them, but that's part of the reason why it's not fitting more snug towards the back end of the tent there. So the next thing we're going to do is just double check that our whole setup fits in here. We're going to get out the ice fishing gear and also just make sure that it looks okay. Again, checking it out, and we'll show you the entire setup.
Alright, so when it comes to a little bit of comfort and heat, we got a few things. First, these foam mats provide a little insulation from the cold underneath, as well as the cot, which raises you off the ground so not all the cold air is coming up. We also have this little air mattress here. It provides comfort for the cot. They're not too comfortable. And then it will also provide another layer of insulation, as well as this nice warm sleeping bag. In addition to that, we also, of course, have the Mr. Heater, which, in my opinion, is essential when ice fishing. Makes things a lot more comfortable. So that's pretty good for the temperature. And then moving on, also a new piece of gear is this portable carbon monoxide detector that we purchased. Just another bit of safety. Of course, when you're running the Mr. Heater, it gives off quite a bit of carbon monoxide, so you just want to make sure that you are always keeping track of that. Even though we do have the vents open on the tent, just want to make sure you're staying safe, especially if you're doing an overnighter. So always have the carbon monoxide detector with you just in case.
All right, everybody, so there it is. This is just a quick video of some of our modifications that we've done for our new ice fishing setup. On the outside here, we've got our homemade jaw jackers set up. These are the ones that Kieran made earlier in the year off of a pattern that we saw on YouTube. If you guys haven't seen that video, I will also put a link to that up above and below. These things work fantastic. Kieran did a great job on them, and we're looking forward to having these out again this year. These work great outside the tent, sitting on the ice. We put out these ice fishing rods with some bells on them, and the jaw jackers work great. For those of you that haven't seen jaw jackers before, if the fish comes and bites the lure, it sets off the trigger and hooks the fish. So that's what we have going on outside, and on the inside, this is our new setup. Now, if we're not staying overnight, we will get rid of the cot and we'll have our chairs sitting on the mats. But here we've got our rods set up. We'll have our holes drilled. Got our Mr. Heater. We got our carbon monoxide detector that we're going to have with us at all times. And really looking forward to those freezing conditions when we can finally get back out on the hard water. So with that, Kieran's got some news about our latest giveaway.
Yes. So, we will be doing a giveaway for, of course, an Angling Spiders Len Thompson lure and one of our brand new Angling Spiders stickers. And if you want to enter this giveaway, in the comment section down below, leave a guess to who you think is going to catch the first fish in the ice fishing season, either me or Dad, and make sure to leave the hashtag giveaway next to it so that we know that you want to enter the giveaway. So that's the info on that, and yeah.
Awesome. So one thing you guys might notice with our setup this year is earlier this year when we went ice fishing, we were using our fish finder off the kayaks, the Garmin Striker 4, in flasher mode to detect fish. This is our setup and it's not here, and that's because this year we got some new toys, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. Okay, everybody, so I just mentioned some new toys. Pretty excited about this. So I am not going to show you what this is or unbox it on this video. That's actually going to be in our next video. But really happy to announce that we got sent this package by Yo-Yo, courtesy of them, which is really cool. They reached out and sent us this package, and we are really looking forward to using this in the ice fishing season. So if you're interested in finding out what's in here, I'm sure some of you already know. I will be unboxing this and talking about a few other things in the next video. So that's going to do it for today. A short one. Just wanted to give you guys an update in terms of where we're at getting ready for the ice fishing season.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. And remember, guys, if you liked the video, smash that like button, hit subscribe. Until next time, good fishing.
Okay, now we have to put all this stuff away. What is that? Hey, holy, I got something. Ah, can't wait till ice fishing season starts.
Oh my god.